All of us here know very well that the Creed, it is the summary of everything that we believe as Catholic Christians. And we say it at Sunday and Holy Day Masses, we say it at the start of the Rosary and the Divine Mercy Chaplet. I believe in God, the Father Almighty, creator of heaven and earth, and then we talk about what we believe about Jesus and the Holy Spirit and the Catholic Church, etc. Now, a major insight into the Christian world and a deeper understanding of our faith is that all of our main prayers are little creeds in themselves and statements of faith. The prayers of the Church are not just nice words, polite words, kind words that we address to God. They are also statements of what we believe as Catholic Christians. And this is especially true of the Our Father, the Lord's Prayer, that we just heard in the Gospel. So if we just start off with the first two words, Our Father, there is a wealth of statement there about what we believe as Catholic Christians. God is our Father. He is our origin and He's our last end. And this life is a pilgrimage from God back to God. And for that reason, at least back in Ireland, more than half of the funerals that we have chooses John chapter 14, verse 1 to 6 as the Requiem Mass Gospel. Jesus telling us in the Last Supper, there is many rooms in my Father's house, and I'm going now to prepare a place for you, and one day I will come and take you with me back to the Father's house. Now, the other key thing is the word our. That is very significant. Jesus did not say, my Father. If Jesus did say, my Father, I could have a nice, personal, private relationship with God, and I could ignore the rest of the world. I could live in my own comfortable bubble. But we're not allowed to say that. It is our Father. And that brings us to a really big consciousness of the rest of the family of God, all of our brothers and sisters in Christ. And for that reason, yesterday, if you can remember, we had the parable of the final judgment. And in that, it's very challenging, but Jesus says the way that we treat the poorest of the poor is how we treat him. And if you think about that, it is very challenging. But it is Jesus' preview of the final judgment. And if you go down a little bit further in the Lord's Prayer, we hear, give us today our daily bread. Again, it's our. We're not talking about my bread. We're asking for bread for everyone, right? But bread is a very simple, basic food. We don't ask, give us today our daily cake, which would be a luxury, or give us today our filet mignon, which is probably the most expensive meat that there is in the butcher shop. We're not asking for that. All we want are the basics for today. And that leads us to what I spoke about to the children yesterday, that principle of Mother Teresa that we should all try to live by. Give us, live simply so others can simply live. In a world of extreme poverty, it is not right for a Christian to live in luxury. We should take what we need out of our resources, and then, as the social teaching of the Catholic Church informs us, everything else belongs to the poor, the people who are so much worse off than ourselves.